The Survivor Gamez 6 qualifiers were today, and I wanted to give you guys a post-game report about my experience playing in the tournament. First off, my strategy. My original plan was to loot the 2 buildings in Orvolets, 1 gun house and 1 small food house. Unfortunately, this plan was quickly foiled by others who had a similar idea, obviously. I was at the back of the line at the start and I was slightly late. Instead, the only weapon I could find was a machete. I know, it's a bad weapon. I chose it not to knock anybody out, but to cause as much frustration and harm to my competitors. From what I could count after watching my full-length post-game, a link to that will be annotated in this video and also included in the description box below. It's on my channel right now. I was able to hit 4 players, ruining their jackets and causing them to bleed. In one case, it led up to one of them becoming unconscious later in the game. After Orvolets, I headed to the small village east of the factory. To no surprise, I wasn't the first one to arrive. I've repeatedly tried to cause destruction by bleeding my enemies before heading into Slinchy. This was the game-defining moment for me, and the small red house 10 minutes into the game. My decisions here would affect my entire game and most likely the reason why I didn't make it into Phase 2. I opted to drop my 357 ammo and take shotgun ammo. I believed it was going to be much easier to find a shotgun rather than a revolver or repeater. I also made the crucial mistake missing a can of peaches that was on the stove. These peaches would have allowed me to not worry about my hunger or hydration for the entirety of the game. I was also unfortunate enough to get hit by a zombie that was outside the house numerous times, causing me to bleed. I was also able to find a hunting pack with some supplies, including a box of 7.62 by 39, which would help me later in the game. From here, it was all about a zombie game. I had lots of zombie aggro, but nothing to kill them with. I could use my fists, but it would cause me to bleed out. I opted to run back to the East Factory Village and into the woods to shake the zombie aggro. After I wasn't able to successfully shake them, I had to kill them, causing a fracture and me to bleed yet again. I had to craft a splint and then also eat some of the food I collected from Slinchy. While I was eating, a player almost noticed me. He ran right in front of me, and if he would have looked to his left or opened his ears, he would have surely killed me because he had a pickaxe and I didn't have anything to defend myself. From here, I played the find the gun and food game, which I expected I would have already found something of value earlier in the game. This was back and forth, dodging players and zombies, and would last a full 25 minutes of my game. This wasn't noticed by the commentators, but I was able to find a broom and hit another player, causing them to bleed out and eventually die, making it my first official kill of the games. Shortly after that, I found a CR527, a gun I rarely use in DayZ, and single-chambered it with my 7.62. I continued searching for food. I shot and killed a zombie, which alerted Silos. Silos was kitted with an SKS, and on the hunt, he was looking for me, and was able to track me down inside one of the buildings, and before I died, I was able to land a kill shot in his upper chest, leading to a kill trade. Obviously, if I knew what I know now, not taking the peaches or the 357 caused me to have a very difficult time. I found many players, which I could have been able to easily kill with my repeater. Not only that, I could have moved away from Slinchy because I would have had a gun plus food and survive until the final phase. I'm not saying I would have won, but I easily would have had a better fighting chance. In all, it was an incredibly fun experience for me. The Survivor games really took me out of my element. The nervousness, the excitement, the intensity, it put me out of my element and really changed my playstyle. Most people who were watching my channel didn't even really recognize who I was. I sounded different, I was so stressed out. The will to survive brought an intensity I've never experienced before in DayZ. In all, Silo and I placed 11th or 10th, depending on how you want to look at it. We died at the exact same time. It was nice to know that I didn't die at the first. I wasn't the first one to go. That was really only my original goal, and to let people know that, hey, my name is DeadlySlob, I like playing DayZ, I know how to play DayZ, and I really wanted to prove something to the viewers at Survivor Games. Sure, I would have loved to win, but I want to thank the Survivor Games staff for giving me the opportunity to play. I didn't expect it, I only had a few days to prepare, but I do want to thank Official Lou personally for contacting me and giving me the chance. Anyways guys, what would have you done differently? Let me know in the comment section below. I'd love to hear from you. Anyways guys, my name is DeadlySlob. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video and if you enjoyed the Survivor Games, then definitely check out some more videos on my YouTube channel.